How do you know?
That was the only way.
He killed his brother.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an action-packed movie called Kill 'Em All 2. I've selected some awesome scenes, and I'll be walking you through the entire story while you watch. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. The story begins with Phillip and Suzanne, both now working as agents for the CIA, heading off on a dangerous mission in Europe. The movie wastes no time and throws us right into the middle of the action. Phillip is stationed in a dark, dingy alley, waiting for the signal. His target, Ivan, a ruthless mercenary leader, is on the move, and Phillip has to act fast. Suddenly, a voice crackles through Phillip's earpiece. Go. Without hesitation, Phillip takes off, moving quickly through narrow alleys and streets. He's in pursuit of Ivan, who's been causing chaos across Europe with his gang of mercenaries. Phillip weaves through the crowd, his focus locked on the mission. Meanwhile, Suzanne is in a secure location, monitoring the situation. She's Phillip's eyes and ears, guiding him as he gets closer to Ivan's hideout. As Phillip approaches a rundown warehouse, Ivan's voice echoes from the shadows. Come out to play, Phillip. Phillip knows it's a trap, but he pushes forward, determined to stop Ivan once and for all. The two men have a history, and this confrontation has been building up for a long time. Inside the warehouse, Ivan and his men are waiting, but before Phillip can engage, Ivan slips away into the darkness, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Phillip has no choice but to regroup with Suzanne and figure out their next move. The next scene takes us to a hospital, where Ivan's men are holding several people hostage. Phillip is already there, trying to locate Ivan. As he moves through the sterile, cold hallways, tension is thick in the air. He spots one of Ivan's men trying to sneak out, and a chase ensues through the maze-like corridors of the hospital. Suzanne's voice breaks through the comms again. Ivan is in the hospital. Phillip knows this is his chance to finally catch Ivan, but he also realizes there are civilians in danger, and he can't afford to be reckless. He moves stealthily, avoiding the gunmen who are scattered throughout the building.
The situation escalates quickly when one of Ivan's mercenaries shouts in frustration, "Let's go to that son of a..."
It's clear Ivan's men are getting desperate, and Phillip is running out of time. A firefight breaks out in the hospital lobby, glass shattering and bullets flying everywhere. Phillip fights his way through the chaos, managing to take down several of Ivan's men with precise, well-aimed shots. But just as he's about to corner Ivan, the mercenary leader escapes again, slipping out of Phillip's grasp. After the chaotic hospital scene, things take a turn for the worse. Phillip receives troubling news. Ivan has stolen a ledger, a highly confidential document containing sensitive information about CIA operations. If that ledger falls into the wrong hands, it could compromise agents across Europe and lead to an international disaster. Phillip and Suzanne don't have much time. They quickly track Ivan to a heavily fortified compound somewhere deep in Eastern Europe. This is where the tension really starts to build. The compound is heavily guarded, with high walls, security cameras, and armed guards patrolling every corner. As Phillip makes his way into the compound, he overhears a conversation between two of Ivan's men. Vlad will be a problem if we don't get the ledger back. That's when Phillip realizes this mission just got even more complicated. Vlad, a dangerous figure in the criminal underworld, is also after the ledger. If Ivan hands it over to Vlad, it could be catastrophic. Phillip sneaks through the compound, avoiding guards and silently taking down anyone in his path. His training as a CIA agent is on full display here, as he moves with precision and skill. Finally, he makes it to Ivan's hideout, where a tense standoff unfolds. The two men exchange words, but it's clear that this is going to end in a fight. Ivan and Phillip engage in a brutal hand-to-hand battle. Fists fly, and neither man is willing to back down. After a fierce struggle, Phillip manages to overpower Ivan, knocking him out cold. But the victory is short-lived. When Phillip searches the room, he realizes the ledger is gone. Suzanne radios in, her voice tense. "Phillip, Vlad's men are closing in." Phillip realizes that someone else must have taken the ledger before he got there. With no time to lose, he hurries out of the compound, but not before running into a group of Vlad's mercenaries. A huge firefight breaks out, with Phillip taking cover behind crates and pillars as bullets rain down around him. The action is fast-paced, with Phillip using every trick in the book to survive. Eventually, he fights his way out of the compound and meets up with Suzanne. They quickly figure out that Vlad is heading to a nearby airport, planning to leave the country with the ledger. If he succeeds, the consequences will be devastating. Phillip and Suzanne race to the airport in a high-speed car chase. Vlad's men are on their tail, and the situation is dire. The car chase is intense, with explosions and gunfire all around as they weave through traffic. Phillip is focused, determined to stop Vlad at any cost. When they finally reach the airport, Vlad is moments away from boarding a private plane. Phillip charges into the terminal, fighting his way through Vlad's remaining mercenaries. The final showdown is fast approaching, and Phillip knows this is his last chance to recover the ledger. Inside the airport hangar, Phillip comes face to face with Vlad. The two men square off in a brutal, no-holds-barred fight. Vlad is strong, but Phillip is relentless. After a long, grueling battle, Phillip finally gets the upper hand, disarming Vlad and knocking him to the ground. With Vlad defeated, Phillip grabs the ledger, securing it before it can fall into the wrong hands. The mission is finally over, and Phillip and Suzanne can breathe a sigh of relief. As they walk away from the airport, Phillip looks over at Suzanne and gives her a nod. "Another day, another mission," he says with a smirk. And just like that, the movie comes to an explosive end, with Phillip and Suzanne victorious, having saved countless lives by stopping Vlad and Ivan from unleashing chaos. And that's the story of Kill 'Em All 2. If you enjoyed the recap, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome movie breakdowns like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.